Hello and welcome to the Royal Air Force Museum at RAF Cosford. We start our tour of RAF Cosford here in the Research and Development Hall, where there's some really rather interesting types, like this, the Fairy Delta II high-speed research aircraft, which was also used in the development of Concorde. And this little aircraft, the Avro 707C, forerunner of the Vulcan bomber, which it resembles. Sanders Row SR-53 mixed power plant aircraft. The Bristol T-188 high-speed research aircraft made entirely of stainless steel. The Hunting H-126 low-speed research aircraft. Dominating the Research and Development Hall is this aircraft, the British Aircraft Corporation TSR-2, or Tactical Strike and Reconnaissance Mark II. It was an aircraft devised to replace the ageing Canberra. However, the project was cancelled on April the 6th, 1965. Warbirds, like this Hawker Hurricane, that were powered by Rolls-Royce Merlin engines. But the Merlin was a very famous engine and powered a lot of different aircraft, like the Supermarine Spitfire, the Avro Lancaster bomber, and also the Wooden Wonder, built of balsa wood, the de Havilland Mosquito. It was also licensed built in the States and was used in aircraft like this Mustang. Other aircraft in the Warbirds Hall are this Avro Lincoln, which was a stopgap between the Avro Lancaster and the Avro Shackleton maritime patrol aircraft. And let's go a bit more modern. A Panavia Tornado GR1. And here, a captured aircraft, an ME-163 Comet rocket aircraft. And you've all heard of the kamikaze aircraft? Well, here's one, an Orca. And captured during the Falklands conflict of 1982, this Argentine Pucara. Hangar 1 at Cosford contains transport and training aircraft. It also houses a grand array of engines, from the earliest piston types right up to giants like this RB211 Rolls-Royce jet engine. Looking at this rather marvellous passenger aircraft, it's hard to believe it was the very first jet airliner, the de Havilland Comet. And this aircraft, an Armstrong Whitworth Argosy, with massive load bay. Trainers such as this Folland Gnat. And for bomb aiming training, well, we had the Vickers Varsity. The latest display hall at RAF Cosford is the Cold War Museum. After a period of planning, work commenced in 2005. By January 2006, the building was really starting to take shape. A sneaky peek inside reveals no aircraft. They were around the site, all prepped up and ready to go in, like this Gloucester Meteor. A Vickers Valiant had arrived, the last Valiant in existence. For many years, this particular Valiant had been a long-term resident at the Royal Air Force Museum at Hendon in the Bomber Command Hall. By May of 2006, the exterior of the new exhibition building was virtually complete. Time to start filling it with the exhibits. Opened on the 7th of February 2007 by Her Royal Highness the Princess Royal, the exhibition became open to the public, and within the first 6 months the exhibition played host to over 250,000 visitors. A year on, and now it's your turn. And this is inside the Cold War Museum. It's so big you can fit in all 3 V bombers, Vickers Valiant, Handley Page Victor and an Avro Vulcan. And of course, with this being the Cold War Museum, you cannot not have Russian aircraft, a MiG-21 fighter aircraft. The Berlin airlift is of course commemorated with at least 3 aircraft types: the C-47 Dakota, the Handley Page Hastings, and of course the Avro York. The largest transport aircraft contained within the Cold War building is the Shorts Belfast. A viewing platform has been incorporated in the design of the building, and this is accessed by a lift. It gives some stunning views of the exhibits. Some of the exhibits are spectacularly mounted, such as this Hawk Hunter T-7 training aircraft. This English electric Canberra, American Sabre, and the Meteor that we actually saw earlier, but none of the aircraft are as spectacularly mounted as this English electric Lightning, one of a pre-production batch of 20 aircraft. Ground-based units are also well represented, with some armoured vehicles like this Czechoslovakian BMP, Armoured Personnel Carrier. And if it's troop carriers you want, well, this is the English version, Jaguar engined and built by Elvis. And for a main battle tank, well, we have gone German, yeah. Also a collection of missiles that were in service during the Cold War period, such as this Sea Dart that was used on Type 42 destroyers and guided by the 909 Marconi radar system. And this is what people were driving at the times in the various countries. In England, the Mini. In Germany, yeah, we have the Volkswagen Beetle. And for the Eastern Bloc countries, the Trabant. Well, I'm afraid that's time again. But for more information on Cosford and its sister museum Hendon in London, visit the Royal Air Force Museum's website. It just leaves me now to bid you a fond farewell. Until next time, we'll see you then.